For 3 years now, I've been coming along to the NCRI and we're running workshops. And those workshops are to demystify the science that is being presented at the conference, so that the people attending the conference have the means to understand some of the other plenary sessions. So this year I did a workshop yesterday morning to introduce a lot of the scientific concepts that were coming through in the talks yesterday. So I spent quite a while on immunotherapy, the concepts behind the immunotherapy. I talked about intratumoral heterogeneity, genomic instability. This morning, in awe and respect of Tim Hunt speaking this afternoon, I gave an overview of the cell cycle and introduced CDK inhibitors as a promising new avenue of cancer treatments to introduce that plenary this afternoon. I also talked about DNA repair pathways, about the importance of BRCA gene mutations, and about T-cell based immunotherapy, because there's a couple of sessions tomorrow morning where the promise and the possibilities of engineering T-cells as cancer therapies will be discussed tomorrow. So quite broad, but really to give people an insight into those plenary sessions and the parallel sessions, and also to encourage them that it's possible for them to come to the plenaries, that they will get something from it. So they may not understand every word, but they will get the idea of what it is and why it's important. So at the moment I'm writing a book. I'm writing a beginner's guide to targeted cancer treatments. Wiley is my publisher, so they've got really on board with the project. I know that there's only me doing this. There's nobody else in the UK doing what I do. And I know from the feedback I get from the courses that I ran that nurses, the pharmacists, the junior doctors that come to my sessions, they really value the clear explanations I give. They really value the illustrations that I use in order to describe and explain all the different scientific concepts. So Wiley have agreed to publish this beginner's guide to targeted cancer treatments. It's not all words. It's not endless text with, one table per chapter. It's going to be full color illustrations on every page with descriptions of what's happening inside the cells, what the treatments are, why they're relevant. So a really accessible, easy to read guide to the new cancer treatments coming through and to the biology behind them, hopefully so that nurses, pharmacists, junior doctors will have better tools in their repertoire to understand these treatments themselves, but also to explain them to their patients. So I work with a range of different clients these days. I work with junior doctors, with nurses, with clinical trials units. People do just tend to call me up or email me. My website is sciencecommunicated.co.uk. There's a contact form on there. If my work is of interest to people, and I did just a couple of weeks ago, I was out in Lisbon in Portugal teaching pharmacists there. So I know there's people interested in what I'm doing on the broader spectrum at the moment. I think just because there is really nobody else trying to do what I'm doing. I have a science background, but I have many years of experience working for Cancer Research UK initially, and then other charities where I've learned communication skills, learned how to explain science in an accessible way. And I think there's still a lack of that at the moment. There's a lot of scientists, there's a lot of medics immersed in the detail, but there's often a lack of clear, concise explanation for the non-scientists. I think that's maybe why I'm quite so busy.